Hello lovelies, welcome back to my channel. It's good to see you here. For those of you who are new, hi there, welcome to my channel. If you have not subscribed yet, I invite you to subscribe and join this amazing family because we do so much good here. We share inspiration, we talk about relationship life, growth, and so much more. And you don't want to miss this. So take a seat and join this amazing family by subscribing to this channel and also clicking on the notification bell so that anytime I have a new video up, you would be notified. In today's video, I'm talking about reality check for young people in their 20s. If you are in your 20s, then I think there is something amazing coming in this video. Please don't go away. Don't swipe to the end. Just sit tight and watch this through to the end because this video is very, very, very important and would help you. When you are in your 20s, the tendency to feel like you are lacking behind or other people are moving forward and you are not moving forward, the tendency of feeling stuck is high because you look at other people's lives, you look at social media, you look at so many things around you and you begin to beat yourself down and begin to think that you are lacking behind. So in today's video, I want you to come with me so we do a reality check so that you will be reminded of the realities in life and where you are in life, just so you would feel comfortable and be relaxed as you take the journey of your 20s. The first thing I want to talk about is you are exactly where you are supposed to be. Don't think like I have to be somewhere else or I am not growing or other people are moving ahead and I'm stuck, I'm stagnant. Please, if you are feeling that way right now, I want to tell you I've been there once. And sometimes I still revisit that position where I feel like life is not going well. I'm not achieving my goals, I'm not achieving my dreams and aspirations, and I begin to question myself. Am I doing well enough? I'm not good. Sometimes I just use terrible words on myself and I feel like I'm kind of lost in the world. I feel like all my dreams and aspirations are just not coming into reality. I want to tell you, you are exactly where you are right now and where you are supposed to be. That's exactly where you are right now. This place you are is the training ground which you are supposed to be to acquire the knowledge, to acquire the skills, to acquire the experience in order to move on in life. You might be in your early 20s, mid 20s, or late 20s and still be at the position where you are not married yet, you are not having a job yet, you are still in school, whatever situation it is you are in. I just want to remind you that you see, all fingers are not equal. Someone may be in the same age as you and be in the university. You are at that age and now in high school. It doesn't mean you are lacking behind. Just remember that all fingers are not equal. Remember where you are coming from. You remember your family background. Things that happened in the past, you can't change them. They have already happened. But what you can work on, what you can change is now. All right? So where you are right now is where you're supposed to be. If you are still in high school studying, if you have just completed and struggling, worrying yourself, stressing out, looking for a job, that's where you are supposed to be. If you are not married yet, just know that that is where you are supposed to be. You are not supposed to be anywhere else. But what you make out of that position where you are, out of that situation where you find yourself, is what really matters. The moment you remind yourself that all fingers are not equal and my life cannot be as somebody else's life, you will feel that freedom of utilizing your situation, your current situation right now to reach the level that you want to be. Reality check number 2, you will always be rediscovering yourself. Every stage of your life. Probably in your late teens, you were in high school or you had just graduated. What you wanted to do at that point was probably become a doctor, a nurse, or whatever career you wanted. You just wanted to start that career path at that particular moment. But then situations happens, things happen, and that dream changes, or you were exposed to a career, a job. You went for an internship somewhere and you developed this passion. That passion would make you change your course Instead of going into nursing, you would now say, no, I want to go into projects or non-profits, or I want to go into humanitarian work. I want to go into something else. Every step of the way, you will be reinventing yourself, rediscovering yourself. Your interest, your passion will change. Things that you want to know will change. Sometimes even your friends will change, because as you are developing, growing, and reinventing yourself and rediscovering what matters to you, and new plans, new ideas, new dreams, new aspirations coming up, and as you begin to follow them through, you realize that the kind of friends that you used to have then are not going to be the kind of friends that you are going to have now. And I'm just here to tell you, it's fine. It's okay. Don't feel like, why is this happening? Don't be stressed out. Don't feel anxious about it. No, don't entertain any fear. Just know that, yes, every step of the way, things will change. And when these changes come, embrace them and see how you can use these changes to better your life. Reality check number 3. Know that just because something runs through your family, your community, or whatever, you do not have to go through the same thing. That's what I want to tell you today. Just because in your community, young girls do not go any further, they just complete high school and that's it. They start working hard labor jobs and stuff like that, and that's how they survive. It doesn't mean that has to happen to you. Just because people don't further their education, just because people fall sick, people fall prey to drug abuse and addiction, so many other things, just because that happens in your family, it doesn't mean it has to happen to you. Because now that you are in your 20s, you have that power, you have that chance to be able to choose what really happens to you. It is your life and you have to make it better, because you owe yourself that. You are doing things and showing attitude and things that makes you feel like, oh, you don't know anything, you don't know what's up. You are in your 20s, you are not even dating, you are not in a relationship, and you are not married, you don't have a child. Please just know that it's fine. What you need to do is to delve into the situation, look at why these things are happening in your family, and work your way out of it. I decided to work my way out. Whilst on the journey of working my way out, I decided to also take the responsibility of helping other people also work their ways out, giving them the option to see what is different, what can be, if they could just, hold themselves together, if they could just, push a little further, if they could just, appreciate themselves just as they are. That is why I actually created this channel, to inspire, to share, because I know this is my calling, women empowerment, and also supporting young people to reach their dreams and aspirations. So I do not know what situation you are in, which stage of your 20s you are, early 20s, mid 20s, late 20s. I just want you to know that just because something runs through your family, runs through your community, or runs through young people, okay, and your friends, doesn't mean it has to run through you too. It doesn't mean you also have to have the same faith. No, you don't have to have the same faith. Reality check number 4 is success is born when your preparation meets an opportunity. Success doesn't just happen. You are in your 20s. I do not know the plans you have. I don't know your dreams, your aspirations, whatever they are. I just want you to know, when your preparations meet an opportunity, that is when success is born. This is where I'm going to share a personal experience with you, and just to inspire you, because I know that sometimes when we hear other people's story, then we know that we are not alone, and we know that we too can do it. So it started when I just, graduated teacher training college. I was teaching. Then I heard about a new radio station coming, and I wrote a letter to the radio station, and I'm like, please, I want to start this radio show. Because at the time, I had written this tiny little book called Cohesive Change for Future Leaders. And I thought, what about bringing in amazing people who have made it in life to share their experiences with young people? So that was a fast one. It's like the book gave me the content that I already want to discuss. So I just went on and started looking for resource persons that I'll be hosting and also all the resources that I'll be needing. So when I sent this whole thing to the manager of the radio station, he just looked at me and he was like, "How old are you?" Then I mentioned my age. "What are you doing?" Then I said what I was doing, and he was like, "Wow." Then he asked me, "Have you been in radio before?" I said, "No, never been in radio before." So he said, "Okay, you know what? This is a very great idea. It's a very good program that would go a long way." And the program title was Cohesive Youth Platform. So he was like, "I think I want to give you the chance. Unfortunately, we cannot pay you, but you can host this show and we'll see what happens as time goes on." That was how I got into radio. I was ready. And then the opportunity just came and presented itself. And when I showed my program, voila, I started hosting radio shows. And seriously, I hosted 3 different radio shows at that radio station for over 6 solid years. And I actually even designed one program for children and groomed kids to be hosting that radio show. I'm just sharing this with you because I want you to know that success is born when your preparation meets an opportunity. That's what I want you to take home. If you will not take anything at all from this video, please pick this particular piece of it and always remind yourself to be prepared, to be available, to have your material, to have your resources, to have your things ready, right, ready at hand, your knowledge, your experience, everything. If you are looking for a job, you don't go to look for the job before you start learning how to do the job. You learn and know how to do the job before you apply for the job. And when you get the job, you just realize everything just move on fine. Reality check number 5. With freedom comes responsibility. I know most of us, when we are in our early 20s, we begin to feel like I'm an adult, I'm grown up, I can be on my own, I can take my own decision, I can do my own things. And at some times we even feel it's time to move out of our parents' house to have our own, cozy little place, to have our own life and just move on, do our own stuff, explore. Yes, I would not say don't do that. If you have the capacity to do that, feel free to move out of your parents' house, get somewhere cozy, start life. But if you do not have that capacity, please take it easy. It's more realistic if you take your time to, whilst in your parents' house, work, save money, get enough before you move out. So by the time you're moving out, you have a business running, you have a place you've rented, or even a land you've bought or something. That would be better than to just rush and leave your parents' house just to, go out there, hustle, and sometimes things are not really going well. Because whilst you're in your parents' house, you are not paying rent, you are not buying food, and they're taking care of all those things. But as soon as you step out, you have to know that you are not going to be responsible of all those things. So if I say that with freedom comes responsibility, now let's delve into that. It means that as you are stepping out of your parents' control, it could be that you have moved from your community to a different community, or even your country to a different country, your state to a different state to start studying. At that point, your parents' control is minimal. They are not there to see where you are, they are not there to see what you do, but remember that you have the responsibility of being a responsible adult. It's no longer your parents' complete responsibility. So what you do, decisions you take, people you mingle with, places you go, things you do, okay, you are responsible and solely responsible for whatever stage you are in your life. Your early 20s, mid 20s, late 20s. If you are in your mid 20s and you feel everything is okay, I have worked and saved enough, I want to start life because I want to live by myself and start learning some things, it doesn't mean you should kind of cut your family totally out. Let your parents still be there. Let them still have that parental control and responsibility whilst you do this. But don't get out there and just feel too big to come back to your parents to ask when something is going wrong, to even talk to them. Please. So many young people, when they move out of their parents' house, that is the beginning of their distraction. Whatever your situation is, remember that with freedom comes responsibility. When you have the freedom to do anything, you also have the responsibility to respond when you do something wrong and to take charge. Don't just leave your life to chance just because you feel now I am free and I can do anything. There is so much in the world, especially in this technological era where we have Netflix there distracting you, we have social media, we have YouTube and other things distracting you. Always remember that with freedom comes responsibility. Take your responsibility, and I believe it will help you now that you are in your 20s to leverage this 20s to have a better future. All right, lovelies, thank you so much for your time. I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope it has inspired and spoken to you in a way. I hope you've picked something from this video. If you are new here, my name is Rita Sian. I'm an educator, a public speaker, and the founder of a non-profit organization called Feminine Star Africa, where we work so hard to empower young women and girls. Thank you so much for joining, and I welcome you to subscribe to this channel and also click the notification bell so that whenever a new video is up, you will be notified. Thank you so much once again, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.